Welcome back to the GBGuns Armory, where we're looking back at stuff that was reviewed in the past, has been out for a while. Tactikitty's making commentary, and we're hoping to build a forum, if you will, a Reddit thread on these firearms to try to share some of the knowledge and experience that you guys have had with these firearms now that they are not the brand new latest and greatest. Today, looking at the Springfield 911. Now, this was obviously heavily inspired by a similar offering from SIG. Interesting pistol that I thought had a lot of potential. We've got a single action only with a manual safety ambi on there. This is a little bitty 380. Night sights. The trigger is not a 1911 trigger in that it doesn't come straight to the rear. It kind of pivots, as you can see there. If I can get this thing to fire. Not because it's, there we go, it's on safety, See, it pivots there, but it is a locked breech short barrel 380 that is very thin, which would make it very easy to conceal. Nice rounded edges there, and the little finger ledge lets me get 2 whole fingers on the gun. Seemed like it had a lot of potential, especially with the success and popularity of the SIG variant of this pretty much exact same design. Gun was well built, everything looked nice. You got this G10 grips, wonderful texturing on the front strap to be able to hold on to it. Super slim gun of decent weight. Now, as I recall, I did not enjoy it on the range. That's largely, I would suspect, due to my hand size and it being tough to hold on to. I believe I had some discomfort with it. I remember feeling disappointed, but not that it was the gun causing the problem, it's just not the right gun for me. So what category does this satisfy? Well, this is the classy pocket gun, if you will. Since you have that manual safety, which obviously you still need a holster, but nice little compact thing of decent enough weight that you know it's there, decent enough weight that it shouldn't be unbearable to shoot. Short barrel 380, not ideal, but for people looking for something really tiny, this is kind of related to the Diamondback that we were talking about not too long ago. It has some potential there. I just couldn't do it, but then again, as a over 6 foot tall, over 200 pound large male, I very rarely have a need for something this small because my shape, size, and the clothing that I wear generally lets me get away with something a little bit bigger. I think these are more popular as a purse option or ladies option, so if you are one of them, I'd like to hear from you on your thoughts of this. Springfield, I believe, has discontinued this, and I think SIG has also dropped theirs simply because single stacks are not so popular anymore. And that's another topic I'd like to hear from you guys, because single stacks were all the rage for quite some time, and people said, oh, it's not so much about capacity as it is marksmanship and yada yada yada, and let's go thinner for concealability. Now, some of that thinner for concealability was, some of it was kind of ruled out of date once we had the micro compacts come about with their stack and a half, more compact design, made it a little bit easier. I can see that. I can kind of agree to that. As far as how much capacity do you need, statistics tell us that regardless of the caliber used, it's 2.5 hits. So let's say effectively 3 hits per attacker to incapacitate. That's because we don't always hit where we thought we would. Targets move, things get stressful, stuff like that. And then we toss in the fact that you don't always hit what you're aiming at. So let's say it's probably safe to say you should have 5 rounds on tap per premonitioned attacker, since we have no idea who's going to attack. But during the riots, social unrest, demonstrations, peaceful protests, whatever you want to call them, that were happening in the early 2020s, it was groups of people, not individuals, that became the thing. And I think that argument might have killed single stacks for those times if you were in those areas. Not everybody lives like that or close to that, or has to fear that stuff. So maybe a single stack's still okay for some folks. But 2 attackers, 10 rounds. That's a good math to have, and that kills most single stacks. I've kind of hit around a few different topics, but that's the point of these videos. It's not a gun review. We've already reviewed this stuff. Let's talk about the topics that are relevant to it. So, question one, carrying something so small and slim just because it's something that's easy to get to conceal. I could see maybe in a dress suit I might wear something like this, like a formal attire. Let me hear your thoughts on that, and let me hear your thoughts on capacity. I personally have always tried to carry as much as possible, just because I'd rather be prepared than not prepared. However, it also gets to a point like my current carry, which is 18 rounds on tap. If I don't get it solved in that, I probably wasn't going to solve it. You know, like we're not Hollywood. These are not John Wick gunfights. Things tend to be over much quicker than that. So maybe there is such a thing as too much. The question I think is, what do you think is not enough? Thanks for watching GBGuns Armory, and we'll see you in the next video.